In this video, I am going to be explaining to you guys how I transformed my gym muscle that I've been working for 10 years to build natural gym muscle into athletic muscle. How do you go from a more well-defined, pretty decently defined, have muscle, slower muscle, but how do you transform that into a more capable version of yourself? How do you become a version of yourself that not only looks fucking amazing, feels great. You guys know how that feels already. Being a gym bro and looking great and have a pretty decently defined body. You guys know the benefits and what comes with that. But how do you add on top of that? That's what this video is about. How do you add on top of that and get faster? How do you have this body, but at the same time go on a 100-meter sprint, be able to sprint fast? How do you obtain this body, but be able to jump high? How do you obtain this body, but also be able to cut directions and accelerate this way and stop and accelerate this way? How do you get your body to transform to a more athletic, functional, capable body so that way you guys can be that ultimate apex warrior, what I like to call it? Become that apex warrior, that beast version of yourself. Not only do you look good, but you're actually a fucking Spartan. How do you develop that power, that explosivity, that speed? What do you have to do in order to get to that level? And that's exactly what I'm going to show you in this video. So where I want to start off is I want to start off with, the basics. So why does a gym bro get slow and, not less mobile, big, but less mobile, looks good, but less mobile? And why does an athlete not have that muscle that, looks good, but they're fucking fast? They could take off, What causes this? It's going to be the intent that they train their muscles with. So they're both weight training. Football players, track runners, wrestlers, they're weight training. Gym bros like us, like me, you and I, we lift, But the difference is the intent. The intent with which you lift the lifts with. So a lot of the gym bros, right? A lot of us grow up and we grow up learning how to build muscle in a more controlled, slow, getting three second negatives, fast up or somewhat fast up and squeezing, getting that mind muscle connection going. And that's how we build muscle. And it works pretty fucking well. You're doing push-pull legs, you're doing a few compound movements, you're doing your accessories. That's great. But it also makes you a little bit slow because you're so slow. You're training in a slow way. You're contracting. You're losing mobility by the fucking lift. Cool. You look great now. But why do athletes, they don't look as good as us. They don't look good as us. Some of them aren't even lean at all, But at the same time, they can fucking take off. They can fucking outrun you. They can outjump you. They can fucking do everything that has to do with sports better than you, And that's the way that they train. They train twitchy, fast, explosive. They're training in that kind of fashion. And what's crazy is we're even doing the same lifts. They're doing the squats. They're bench pressing. They're doing pull-ups. Yet, we're doing it slow, and they're cranking them out. So these guys are focused on it on getting to the goal, running to who can get to the end goal fastest, how many pull-ups can I do in this amount of time, And then we're focused on the pump, the squeeze, So that's the big secret right there. That's the big takeaway. That's the main difference. So how can you change your physique, your way of training into a more power, explosive, kind of training? And it's really easy. All you got to really do is just train faster. That's really what it comes down to. So this is a good place to kind of let you guys know how I train and how I did it myself. That's led me to having best of both worlds. I did this by accident. I was able to obtain the best of both worlds by accident. Here's a few videos of me just doing some athletic stuff. So as you guys can see, I'm fast, but I also have the fucking Greek god body, and I've won natural bodybuilding. So I have the best of both worlds, and I found this out by accident. Now, I'm going to tell you a story, but this story is important because it's going to lead you to how I got there, and it's going to make it more valuable to you guys, because then you guys are gonna actually take this stuff and actually apply it, and then just watching another YouTube video and then not applying the stuff and not actually getting to your goals, because a lot of people are doing that. So here's the thing, you guys are disciplined, you guys are consistent already, you know, you guys have a decent physique. Now, how do we optimize your physique? Not only to make it better, but to make it faster and stronger. Well, the main way that I've been training my whole entire life, by the way, I didn't actually have that transformation from gym bro to athletic capabilities and functionality. The way I've been training my whole entire life is with speed, power, explosivity. And a lot of people talked a lot of shit, but you know, I outperformed them in less time, you know, so I mean, I'm winning, you know, who cares? But so when I was a kid, the only thing that I really cared about is like being fast. I wanted to be super, super fast. I would watch the Flash series. I would watch the cartoon, The Flash, and it was, for some reason, being fast kind of just spoke to me a little bit, you know. So I was always trying to race in school and all that stuff. But at the same time, I wanted to be strong, because when I was a kid, I felt actually really weak on the inside and very insecure on the inside. So being strong just kind of that was like my goal to chase, because I was tired of feeling weak and insecure. This was me as a kid, right? So when I finally picked up the gym, you know, the only thing that the thing that I did differently with the gym is I never actually looked up how to lift. I never actually looked up how to increase my bench. I never did that, because I thought like when you work out, you're just supposed to work out fast. And that's actually what I loved doing at the same time. And that was what had me able to have the best of both worlds, because when you work out fast, when I worked out fast, I never ran into plateaus. And if I did go into a plateau, eventually I got out of that plateau through pure fucking work ethic and a little bit of time. Pure fucking work ethic. So like, I kept progressing. What I'm trying to say is I kept progressing, so I never had to look up those kinds of videos, which means it never taught me how to work out slow and stuff like that, you know? So since I was so focused on speed and, you know, weights, that's what developed that power, because it's when you develop strength and speed, which, you know, makes explosive power, you know. And what that did is that made me have it made an easy transfer to take that power that I had in the gym and take it straight towards having athletic capabilities, you know. So that's what I did for 10 years straight, and it's led me to just being super fast and jumping super high. And then without realizing it, you know, as I'm kind of like going through my workout journey, you know, year 6, year 7, year 8, you know, I accidentally kind of put together like plyometric workouts that are meant for athletes, but I added weights on top of that. You know, so not only did my muscles get bigger, but I'm still doing plyometric work on accident, which led me to still keeping up with my speed, because a lot of people who start working out, they lose their speed, they lose their mobility because they work out so fucking slow. So the main key things that I did, which you guys need to start implementing if you want to transform your physique to that gym bro kind of boring physique, you know, you want more to this fucking absolute beast version of yourself, it's gonna be 3 things. Number 1 is you have to train with an intent like an athlete. Stop focusing on the pump, going slow, and stop working. Instead, what you want to do is you want to crank those motherfuckers out. So stop focusing on the pump. It doesn't fucking matter. You're gonna get bigger anyways working out like this. You want to just crank, boom, 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 boom. That might have looked fucking funny, but like that's how I would work out. That's how you guys should be working out, you know? So train like an athlete, but use workouts like a bodybuilder, you know? Number 2 is sticking to compound movements. So a lot of you guys are doing way too much machine work, way too much fucking machine work. I see people me and my friend were actually talking about this the other day. We were talking about some person who was on the bicep machine curls, and he was just doing the whole time, fucking 10, 20 sets doing bicep curls. And he put in no effort as well, which is like, you know, it's a whole nother story. You know, it makes sense why he's not getting results. But you got to stop doing the machine work, the leg press, you know, the leg extensions, you know, the bicep curls, the tricep extensions. And instead, focus on the shit that's actually going to change you. Because what's actually going to change you is going to be the hard fucking workouts. That's going to be the squat, the bench press, the incline press, the pull-ups, the back rows, the shoulder presses, the standing shoulder presses. The harder the fucking workout, that's the one that you 100% should be doing. You know, so that's what I also just knew to do. That was one of the things that I knew to do. I thought to myself, you know, if I wanted to stop being weak as a kid, if I want to stop being weak, I need to be doing the hard exercises, because I just know for a fucking fact, I know for a fact that the hard exercises is what's going to change me. So I would do it. I mean, every single day I would come home after school like, fuck, I gotta do this workout. Fuck, I wanna do this workout. This shit's gonna suck. I'm gonna be gasping for air. My legs are gonna be burning. It's gonna suck. But that's how it should be. I would literally train till complete exhaustion, complete fucking exhaustion. Where, you know how most people, they tell you, you know, if you want to be healthier, you should feel really good throughout your day when you start working out. I don't fucking believe that shit. The way I trained, it's what's gotten me such great results in both realms, athletics and being able to fucking look great, is by training until complete exhaustion. So working out so hard that by the end of the workout, you want to take a fucking nap. And if you don't take a nap, then you're going to be drained the rest of your fucking day. I mean, I used to work a 9 to 5, right? And I would work out so fucking hard right in the beginning of my day, right when I woke up. And then the next 10 hours of my work shift, I wouldn't do completely fucking shit. I would sit in the computer or go hide in the fucking airplane, because I was an aircraft mechanic. I would hide in the airplane for fucking 5 hours and not do absolute shit because I was so exhausted. I was physically exhausted and could not move. And when you're physically exhausted, you literally can't move. There's nothing that's gonna get you up and running and going. So that's how you have to train. So the 3 takeaway keys before I went on this rant is choosing the hard workouts, going till complete exhaustion, and then training with an intent for speed and explosivity and going fast as fuck, and stop worrying about the pump. Those are the main 3 takeaways. And here's also the thing. There's going to be a lot of people who are going to tell you, you shouldn't be working out like that. You need to be working out slower. That's not how you're going to build muscle. But bro, number one, I don't want to fucking look like you, the average Joe who looks like shit and is barely lifting big numbers. And I mean, yeah, that's really about it. But yeah, don't listen to these other people, because they're average people who don't have the same ambitions as you. You know, you've probably gotten to a point that you like feel pretty satisfied with your body. If you don't, then 100% be using this for sure, this video. But you know, you did that from your own discipline. These people, they're not as disciplined as you. They don't want it as bad as you. You know, if you want the best of both worlds, you know, that says something. You know what I'm saying? So just apply this. Like that's the main thing to do, is just to fucking apply this. Work out fast, work out to complete exhaustion, and do the hard workouts. Once you start doing this, not only one is your physique gonna improve for sure. Number 2, your strength is gonna become out of this fucking world. I'm telling you, you're gonna be able to lift numbers and lift for fucking days and heavy ass weight. If you're lifting till a complete exhaustion, you know, you're doing 50 reps of heavy ass weight, 100 reps of heavy ass weight, you're gonna build muscle endurance. So you're gonna be lifting longer, lifting stronger, and lifting faster. And that's the shit that just transfers right over to becoming like an athletic beast, an athletic version of yourself, you know? I'm not teaching you how to be good at a specific sport. I'm teaching you how to develop a physique, a functional body that can be good in multiple different sports. You know, become that beast. So the last thing I want to talk about is apply this for some time. You know, apply this for some time, see how it affects your body, and then keep doing it. You know, if it's working, keep doing it. What I'm going to do now, so now I've gotten to a point, this is just a little bit about me. You can fucking end this video if you want, but I'm excited about it because now I'm optimizing now for athletics. I've already done the bodybuilding shit. I've competed. You know, I have the body of my fucking dreams. I look better than 99.999999% of people in the world. Now I want to optimize for athletics. So I'm still going to, my goal with this now, because I coach myself. I coach myself and I coach other people. Like, I've been studying this shit for a long time. I have a lot of experience. I know what the fuck I'm doing. You know, my goal for myself is to maintain this physique. You know, maybe I'm probably going to lose a little bit of muscle mass, a little bit. I don't give a fuck. I have a lot to spare. Now it's time to maintain this physique and optimize for athletics. So doing more plyometric work, you know, focusing on agility drills and speed drills and getting faster and becoming explosive and jumping higher. Like, that's what I'm focused on now. So I'm really excited to be doing this because, you know, now I'm going to look great, and now I'm going to be even more fucking capable. And it's all about optimization. So if you're not at that step yet where you haven't obtained that complete physique that you want, you know, optimize your plan by incorporating this athletic type training that I talked about today. And then, once you get to that point, then you can actually finally start to transfer over to more athletic work. But if you are happy with your physique, you know what? If you are happy with your physique and you're ready to maintain it and focus on more capability and functionality, start doing it. Start doing it. Work out, weight lift 2 times out of the week, and then spend the rest of your time working out on athletics. So, that's about it. If you guys need help doing that exact thing, you guys want to become that ultimate beast version of yourself, that apex fucking warrior, that Spartan version of yourself where you fucking look like Spartacus, but at the same time, you're able to take off like a fucking linebacker. You're ready to run fast like a track runner. You're ready to have fucking grip like a wrestler. If you're looking to do that, but you don't know how to go about that, you're confused, you don't know how to eat, nutrition's a big thing, you don't know how to train, training's a big thing. If you don't know how to do it, but you want to do it and you're disciplined, click the link below because that's my coaching program and we can actually figure this and create a game plan up for you. We can come up with a game plan for you to get you on that way. But click the link below if you're looking for one-on-one coaching. And that's about it. I hope this helps. Start applying it. Give me a follow if you're trying to join me on this journey of like just being the fucking absolute beast. If that's what you want to create, I'm gonna create a lot more videos for these kinds of disciplined people who are ready to, take it to that next fucking level. So give me a follow if that's you. But yeah, hope that helped.